Hello, this is Oricom back with another video, and I thought I'd show a little bit more of my Vita collection as videos about the Vita seem to be all the rage these days. And, honestly, if you're thinking about collecting for the Vita today, um, maybe you are young or you've just got into the hobby or you've just secured kind of your first source of disposable income. But otherwise, I mean, honestly, it's kind of late. You're kind of late to the game. Like I said jokingly in my last video, feel free to travel a few years back into the past. Or if you're like me and you're collecting Japanese games exclusively, then I say there's still quite good deals to pick up. But I think the prices on, I mean, not that I really look because I don't really intend to buy any English Vita games. I sold most of them off. I've unfortunately sold Silent Hill Book of Memories last year for about $60. I was actually really surprised and happy to get even $60 at the time, but now everyone's talking about it. Would I have liked to have sold it for 100 now? Maybe. I thought about picking up importing the Japanese version, which you can still get around $40, but I don't know. Doesn't seem like a kind of game I would really want to play anyway. So I think I'm gonna maybe kind of move on from that. But it's funny that everyone seems to be talking about that game now. Anyway, on to my Vita collection here. Here's some other games that was in the back I couldn't show you. Luminous Arc Infinity. This cover looks great. The first two Luminous Arc games were made by one of my favorite ex development shops, Image Epoch, and so looking forward to digging into that one, even though that one wasn't made by Image Epoch. And then, honestly, a lot of these are just licensed games of animes, which I don't really have too much expectation for. I got them a lot of times just because they're super cheap, like M3. I haven't even, I've watched like maybe one episode of the anime, so I don't really have high hopes for that. There's, of course, the Flower games. There's four of them. Here's two of them still sealed. Gets eventually, of course, you can get them on PS4 or Switch, all four in one now. So I don't know if that's really worth it. Again, a lot of these kind of anime licensed games, if you call them. There's like the two X-Blaze visual novels here. Should just put them together. Yeah, X-Blaze, Code Embryo, and X-Blaze Lost Memories. And so there's the back cover there. Yeah, of course there's, that recent continuation of the Memories If series. There's a kind of a Memories If-ish title coming up. I played like the first three games and they're all pretty good. I enjoyed them. Getting a lot of random. I've kind of stopped picking up these visual novels because a lot of them are just kind of consumer ports of PC games, and so I don't really see the point of buying them at this point. This is a rhythm game that I still need to definitely check out at some point. And for some reason I have a Japanese version of Tearaway. Don't ask me why. Organ Rhythm is another rhythm game I was playing. This is not sealed, by the way. It's just the cover there. I just peeled the bottom off there, and so far I'm not impressed with it. But I've only played a little bit, so again, I think a lot of games either are Japanese only, in which case a lot of you won't care anyway. A lot of other games are either too expensive or they've been ported to PS4 or Switch. So or Steam. So honestly, even as a Japanese gamer, there are some kind of great titles that you wouldn't want to miss out on, like Miracle Girls Festival. This is a really fun rhythm game. Some games, this one is also available on PS4, but I just love the cover. I almost feel like I want to get the PS4 version just to get a bigger cover, but That's Siho Senkyo. And some other games, random games here. Grand Kingdom. Here. Kind of like, I have no idea. I've never played it. Again, kind of random games. I really don't know much about this one. Here I picked up because it was cheap, and I think the product code was expired when I tried to, which is probably why it was cheap. Again, like a lot of visual novels that was ported from the PC. There was like an obvious trophy hunter on eBay that sells a lot of them, and so I picked them up from time to time. Though they're not, they're only slightly cheaper than what you would get from anywhere else. So only rarely. I actually, even this game was ported to PS4 pretty recently. I actually just beat this, and it's pretty good. I really liked it. The second, this is Ao, no, this is Zero, and then Ao no Kiseki, I have a big limited box, which I haven't gotten around to opening yet, but I was thinking of buying the Famicom, whatever, Famitsu box for this at one point, and just decided and try to control myself. And yeah, my last video, I don't know why I kept saying oxygen, but I meant to say adrenaline. So adrenaline is a PSP emulator for if you have a hacked Vita, and so it basically runs any PSP games, which is really nice because the screen's a little bit better. You can also change the controls to use the right analog pad, so you don't have to deal with kind of the grip, the Monster Hunter grip control. Actually, I think it's the other hand because the nub is on the left. Anyway, so yeah, so definitely, of course, even if you do hack your Vita, like there's not a lot of pirates on the Japanese side, so you won't be able to download these games anyway. But if you're an English player and you want to get that SD adapter, so basically there's a adapter where you can put in a game cart with an SD card inside and use that as your storage. But of course that means you can't actually put a game, in which case you're either downloading them from the PSN, which you would be stupid to do because you've hacked your Vita and might get bricked. What it really means is you've basically decided to pirate all your games. And so for some YouTubers that might have purchased that SD card, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna judge, but it is what it is. Just saying that you can't put any games in there, which means you have to download them. Of course, you can claim that I own the cart and I'm just downloading a backup, but anyway, whatever. Here is the Macross Delta Premium Lumpika Sound Edition. So they did this little game where you have to pay a little bit more to get some of the licensed music, which I was a sucker, and I did mostly because I like this cover better too. So Freedom Wars, I bought this used, so I don't have the online license, though probably no one's on the servers anyway. I still haven't played it. Chaos Head Duel, I actually played through both these games, and they're alright. Just kind of a spoiler here, those hearts, they're not, this isn't like hiding what you see in the game. You don't see anything in the game. So I bought kind of all the Love Live rhythm games, even though I hated the anime. It was awful, just because I like rhythm games, and yeah, and they're cheap. Let's see, another one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to. I haven't played is Taiko no Tatsujin, and there's a lot of DLC for this too. So I'm gonna see what is available out there. Again, more licensed anime, video game adaptation. This is Nyaruko, which, by the way, I did watch the anime and it was okay. Here's the Arno Surge Plus, oh, I did talk about this last video. Apparently, it's impossible to find. But don't worry, they ported it to the PS4, which is an excellent segue into my pickups video. So I have a little bit of story. Well, not really, but I am a sucker for Gust limited editions. Excuse my camera while I'm picking this up. I tried to resist, but I ended up getting the Arnold Surge Agent, the Surge Concerto DX Agent Pack Code Silver. The reason why I ended up getting this was because the EB10 version was discounted to be around the same price as the regular silver version, even though it's ridiculously expensive, and for what I want to pay. It comes with this cover, which I like more. I would have preferred the Amazon cover, but again, beggars can't be choosers. So this also came with more stuff. Came with this poster, which you can look up what it's going to look like on the internet, and a crystal thing, which is in the box somewhere. What else? I did end up, though I should have known better, this has gone down in price since release, but I did get Umineko, and it comes with whatever portrait and code to the fighting game, which I already have on Xbox 360. What else did I end up getting? I ended up getting suckered into buying every single chapter of this Mary Skelter. So this is the finale, the last one, thank goodness. And it came with this mini poster, excuse me, with DLC code for whatever visual novel thing. And yes, I had a little bit of FOMO. I knew Rune Factory 5 limited edition was going to be hard to get based on what happened to Rune Factory 4 limited edition, which I didn't get because I didn't like the cover. So I did end up getting Rune Factory 5. I have so many Rune Factory games that I need to play. Did I talk about it? I did pick up Octopath Traveler used from a US seller on eBay, and of course there's a little bit of damage there to the spine, so pretty annoyed at that. But for some reason they would refuse to ship the Japanese version from Amazon, so got what I get. I got God Eater 3, mostly because I like the character designs, and it was like $30 or something. Let's see what else. I got this kind of indie game that's available on Steam anyway, but it was like half price, like $40 for this figure, and the figure looked pretty good. There's a Grandma Gamer channel. His name I don't remember, but she unboxed this, and the figure looked pretty good. So for 50% off, couldn't resist. And then I have, this is probably my biggest purchase of shame here. I've only sold one game this month too. I'm not doing a very good job of selling these days. Well, mostly because I had to reorganize and put on my PS3 games, thinking that they were going to shut down the store anyways. So I got this. Of course I would have to get Ryza 2, and so here's the story. So I actually used Tensol for the first time in a long time, because Amazon Japan kind of sucks now, and they refuse to ship all sorts of stuff now, and they used to hold my shipment for pre-orders and send it with the pre-orders, and they don't do that anymore. That would save a bunch on shipping, but anyway, so I had regular shipping, and then Corona hit, and they were like, well, maybe you should wait a couple more months. So that came randomly out of nowhere with no tracking updates, 4 months after it was shipped. So in the meantime, I saw that it was shipping from Amazon from a third party, And I was thinking that was lost, and then I would have to wait a month and then figure out how to recoup whatever insurance or whatever. So I'd already given up on it. So I had ordered this guy, which is the Ep10 version, but it's a third-party seller. And I don't know, I don't know if it was supposed to come with extra stuff, but it didn't. It just came with this cover. So yeah, that's my story of shame. This is obvious reasons this is not opened. So yeah, feel free to ridicule me for my terrible, terrible spending decisions. And so that about wraps it up. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.